Okay, so let us today start with question number 2. We have already discussed this. Yeah, we already discussed हो चुका है. But we'll have a quick brush up of the chapter of this particular sum and then the solving part of it. So this is what? This is an information with respect to preparing a vertical balance sheet. Okay, so now no more the old style of balance sheet. You have to think about this information from the vertical balance sheet point of view. So first we have cash at bank. So that's what do you call current assets under the category quick assets. Then land and building, that is your fixed assets under the category tangible. Then prepaid expenses, it's your current assets under the category non-quick assets. Then stock, current assets under the category non-quick assets. Trade creditors, current liability under the category quick liability. Then general reserve is the other name for your P&L account credit balance. So it will be added to reserves and surplus. Debtors, current assets under the category quick assets. Preliminary expenses. Yeah. While doing the theory part, that is when we're talking about the vertical financial statements, that is the balance sheet. I had spoken about this, right? Preliminary expenses. Yeah. So it's a miscellaneous expenditure, it's a fictitious assets which needs to be written off, okay, in the coming years, not in the current year. So obviously I'll subtract this from my reserves and surplus. Then plant and machinery, fixed assets under the category tangible. Term loan from bank. Okay, so this is a borrowed fund. Bank overdraft. Current liability under the category non-quick. Then capital is your share capital, so that's your own funds. The first item in sources of funds is capital. Then P&L account credit balance, it's your reserves and surplus, it will be added there. Marketable investments are students. Marketable matlab for a period of less than 12 months. So it is a current asset under the category quick assets. Am I clear about marketable investments? नॉन मार्केटेबल होगा तो इट इज़ फॉर अ पीरियड ऑफ मोर देन 12 मंथ्स, तो वो हो जाएगा तुम्हारा लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. ओके, फिर वो यहाँ नहीं आएगा करंट एसेट्स में, वो अलग से आफ्टर फिक्स्ड एसेट्स के बाद सेकेंड कैटेगरी में आएगा. ओके, then advance payment of taxes, this is also current what you call current asset. Okay, because advance payment matlab it is prepaid. Okay, it is a prepaid tax, so it's a prepaid expense, so it's current assets under the category non-quick. Okay, and last, provision for tax, this is a liability under the category, what do you call it, it's a current liability under the category quick liability. Am I clear about this? समझ में आ रहा है? Is this clear to everyone? Is the categorization clear to everyone? Acknowledge it in the chat box. तो जो इसमें important aspect था वो था marketable investments, advance payment of tax and provision for tax. Okay, shall I move to the solving part? Great, thanks. Sure. Start with vertical balance sheet of Kadu Brothers. Okay, start with sources of funds. Okay, then in that first is share capital. तो कुछ नाम नहीं दिया है तो you can take it as equity share. So equity share capital 80,000. Add reserves and surplus. Write the way I have written it. That's the new balance sheet format. Yeah, don't write anyhow. Not allowed. First, you have to write share capital means you have to write share capital. You cannot write first borrowed funds. Clear, na? Then under reserves and surplus, I have general reserve 14,000 and PNL account credit balance 16,000. और उसमें से वो fictitious assets इसको बोलते हैं, इसी को fictitious assets बोलते हैं. Fictitious assets will be subtracted. Okay. So let's solve this. 80,000 plus 14,000 plus 16,000 minus 3,000. So the answer is 1,07,000. Okay. So इसको बोलते हैं shareholders funds, also known as proprietors funds, also known as owned funds. Okay. All these different names you should know. You know, clear till here? 1,07,000 कैसे आया? So ये small calculations we will be asking you for the 2 marks in exam. Okay. Then borrowed funds, also known as loan funds, also known as owed funds, also known as long-term funds. ठीक है, या लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स भी बोलते हैं उसको. ओके, लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स भी बोलते हैं. जैसे लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट्स कैसे है, वैसे लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स. कौन सा लोन जो कि मोर देन 12 मंथ्स का है. ओके, लेस देन 12 मंथ्स का लोन होगा तो वो बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट हो जाएगा ना. Am I clear? Is it clear to everyone? So now total 1,07,000 plus 35 is how much? 1,42,000. So this is known as total of sources of funds, also known as capital employed. Note down all these things in your notebook, sir. Yeah, just don't sit idle. Solve the sum along with me. I hope everybody is maintaining a book, a notebook, I mean. And are you noting down all these points, whatever I have written? Okay, then come to application of funds. एप्लीकेशन ऑफ फंड्स मतलब ये जो सोर्सेज ऑफ फंड से पैसा आया है ये कहाँ कहाँ तुमने खर्च किया है. तो हम पहले कहाँ खर्च करते हैं, फिक्स्ड एसेट्स पे. तो लिखो द फिक्स्ड एसेट्स फर्स्ट इज लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग एंड देन इज प्लांट एंड मशीनरी. 40,000 plus 52,000, outlook on it 92,000. Then is long-term investments. Long-term investments इसी में आता है तो more than 12 months में. Okay, that will come there. Less than 12 months वाला current assets में. So more than 12 months वाला तो नहीं है. So put yeah. Okay, this is also done. Next, working capital. Okay, it is current assets minus current liability. You can even say total of current assets minus total of current liability. The working capital I have current assets may first quick assets. Quick assets may I have cash 6,000, debtors 18,000 and marketable investments 10,000. Marketable investments means investments for less than 12 months. अगर इसके आगे नॉन मार्केटेबल वर्ड आ जाएगा तो फिर वो इधर आएगा लॉन्ग टर्म. ठीक है, Is this clear to everyone? Total your current, quick assets, 6,000 plus 18 is 24 plus 10,000 is 34. So my total quick assets is 34,000. Then come to non-quick. Non-quick, I have three. Prepaid expenses 10,000, stock 30,000, and advance payment of tax 18,000. Okay. Then total all the three. 10 plus 30 is 40, 40 plus 18 is 58. Okay. Then ये दोनों को टोटल करो 34 plus 58. 34,000 plus 58,000 is how much? 92,000. Yeah, this answer. So this 92,000 is what? What is this called as? This is called as total of current assets. Okay. So only with practice you will come to know which figures to write where, in which column. Inner column, outermost, or the last column. So all these small things we will ask you for 2 marks. समझ में आ रहा है everyone? Acknowledge it in the chat box. Okay, next, same way, current liability. Current assets minus current liability. Yeah, thanks students. Current assets minus current liability is working capital. Okay. So we next come to current liability. Current assets हो गया, current liability. Current liability में also you have both the things, quick and non-quick. So under that quick liability, creditors 8,000, provision for tax 16,000, and 8 plus 16 is how much? 24. इसको total कर दो. Total of quick liability 24,000. Okay. All these small things, just pay attention because MCQ style में all this will be asked. Then non-quick liability. Non-quick liability. In that we have only one item, that is bank OD. Okay. Okay. Only bank OD. और बैंक OD में भी क्या? 18,000. Total of your non-quick liability एक ही आइटम है, right? अभी दोनों को ऐड करो and take the total in the outer column. 24,000 plus 18,000 is how much? 42,000. Quick plus non-quick. And then be specific. The last column, this 92,000 plus 42,000. दोनों को ऐड करोगे ना, क्विक प्लस नॉन क्विक को. So 92 plus 42 is how much? 1,34,000. No, sorry, you have to subtract. It is current assets minus current liability. Okay, yeah, sorry. Current assets 92,000 minus 42,000. 50,000. So ये है मेरा working capital. So for MCQs, all this thing will be asked 2 marks के लिए. So that's your working capital. ठीक है, अभी इसको टोटल कर दो. Sources of fund, application of funds को टोटल कर दो. See the outer column. Total only the outer column. Yeah. What is the first thing? 92,000. Second is 0. Third is 50,000. Total it. 50,000 plus 92,000 is how much? 1,42,000. It has to tally this 1,42,000 has to tally with this 1,42,000. Why? Because we have learned this equation, asset equal to liability. Am I clear? समझ में आ रहा है? See here also it is 1 plus 2 plus 3. Down also it is 1 plus 2 plus 3. See, total of application of funds 1 plus 2 plus 3. ऊपर 1 plus 2 plus 3 क्या है? It is capital. It is your what do you call it? Reserves and surplus, and then third is borrowed funds. और नीचे application of funds में 1 2 3 क्या है? It is your fixed assets, it is your long term investments, and third is working capital. Okay. Okay, done with the sum. Can I proceed to your next question? Okay, so everyone is done with the question. Can I move ahead? Next question. Okay, thanks. Now today we will be doing next variety, that is हमने दो सम कर लिए बैलेंस शीट में. यस, अब हम करेंगे वर्टिकल पीएनएल, जिसको हम बोलते हैं रेवेन्यू स्टेटमेंट. Start with this question. Question number 7. This is type 2. Sum on vertical revenue statement or income statement, or you can call P&L. ठीक है, ये ओल्ड P&L है, इससे हमको न्यू P&L बनाना है. ठीक है, so this is a profit and loss summary of Well Balanced Limited 31st March 2017. They have told you to prepare a vertical income statement, मतलब vertical P&L. Okay, start with first opening stock of raw material. Okay, this will be added to raw material formula. Purchase is added to raw material formula. Wages, yeah. Actually, if you remember, wait, I'll take you to vertical P&L. समझ आएगा. This is a vertical P&L. Just look at this. Sales plus COGS. Okay, तो ये जो आपका COGS है, इसमें क्या क्या आता है? रॉ मटेरियल कंज्यूम आता है, यस. वेजेस आता है, यस. डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस आता है, यस. और फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड्स आता है. ओके, ये चार चीजें आती है. ठीक है, तो थिंक फ्रॉम COGS perspective. That is my essay. They all will be a part of COGS. Already done this. Okay, so this all will be a part of COGS. I'm saying that here, the chart. This all will be a part of COGS. Okay. Next, Office salary will be a part of office rent, office postage and telegram office, director's fees office, salesman salary. This will be selling and distributions, advertisement, selling and distribution, and delivery expenses, selling and distribution. Okay, don't forget all these things, very important. Next, debenture interest. This is financial expense. ठीक है, और you can show it separately. मैंने आपको दोनों ways बताया था when I did the theory part with you about debenture interest. Okay, you can either take it under financial expense because it suffices the definition of financial expense. What is financial expense? Expenses paid by the businessman for obtaining funds. Okay, आपने डिबेंचर इशू किया, उसके बदले में आपको डिबेंचर इंटरेस्ट पे करना पड़ता है. So that debenture interest is financial expense. Okay, you can separately also show it, but I will go with the second option. I will separately show paying debenture interest. Okay, because that will help you in your ratios वाला chapter. ऐसा नहीं है फाइनेंशियल एक्सपेंस में डालोगे तो भी राइट है, बट हम उसको अलग से शो करेंगे because when the vertical statement is published, people are interested into knowing how much debenture interest you have paid, how much interest you have paid, how much dividend you have paid. उनको अलग से दिखना चाहिए वैसे. Otherwise dividend paid भी तो financial expense है, पर हम उसको अलग से highlight करके दिखाते हैं as a separate item. Okay. Next, depreciation on office furniture, office overheads. On plant is factory overheads. That will go to COGS formula. Distribution, what is this? Depreciation and delivery van, selling and distribution. Loss and sale of van. This is non-operating expense. Okay, yeah. Then income tax, that is the what you call your net profit before tax. Uske baad next item is less income tax. And then you get net profit after tax. Okay, ये रहा आपका net profit after tax, जिसको हम retained earnings भी बोलते हैं. Okay, so we can cross check the answer later. That I will show you when we are solving it. Okay, then the credit side of P&L account, sales and cash or credit, दोनों, sales return. Okay, yeah. So this is the sales that will come into picture, 20 lakhs. Okay. That is the first item of vertical financial statement. Vertical revenue statement. It starts with sales. Okay. Vertical financial जो तुम्हारा vertical revenue statement है, उसका basis क्या है? ये formula. Sales minus cost is equal to profit. You can revise it. Sales minus COGS is equal to profit. This is what we use. This logic. Okay. And we solve it. Closing stock of raw material. This will be less from raw material consumed formula. That is, it will be a part of COGS. Dividend on investments. We received it. Okay, it's on the credit side, so it's an income. So it will go under non-operating income. Okay, non-operating income. This will be a part of COGS. And profit on sale of furniture, same, non-operating income. It's a P&L credit item, which is known as non-operating income in the new bank, in the new P&L statement. Okay, question is clear? Am I clear with the question? Just acknowledge it in the chat box. Okay, this is very similar to your cost sheet. सिर्फ फर्क इतना है, cost sheet starts with cost. Cost sheet ये formula use करता है, C plus P equal to S. और revenue statement क्या use करता है? Sales minus cost is equal to profit. बस यही फर्क है. इसलिए आप सोच रहे होंगे कि मेरे सारे expenses minus हो रहे हैं जबकि cost sheet में add होता है. तो लॉजिक ये है बिकॉज फॉर्मूला आपने इंटरचेंज किया है.